Hello, 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 and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by yours truly, Lou Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at LouDolphin21 on Twitter, and on Twitch and YouTube it's just Lou Dolphin, no digits. Sentinels, the Multiverse, and One Deck Dungeon are both available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, as well as Analog, Cardboard, Ink, and Dice. And you can get the games and more info through Handelabra.com. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Darren. Hello, Hankroyd. Evil Dice Monkey says you have no fingers. I have fingers. I don't know what no fingers is. I have fingers. Look at this. No digits. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Now I understand what you're saying. Hello, Seamus. Hello, Janagro. Look at the rising crowd of people right off the bat. I am so happy to have all of these people here. Yeah, Lou Dolphin, no digits is how I've been saying that intro for a while. It's kind of memorized considering that I haven't even pulled it up in a long time. Which is kind of funny because the actual script doesn't have anything about Lou Dolphins or what to do or One Deck Dungeon even. That was the newest edition, but it's fun to just go through that routine to start off each stream. You can see here that we're playing One Deck Dungeon as we've been doing for the past month and a half or so. In fact, we're playing a Paladin in Yeti's Cavern because this is the next game in the Gauntlet. Now, I don't know what happens if I back out of here, but if I go into Gauntlet mode now, yes, you can actually see it. So the history of Gauntlet mode to this point: Rogue was defeated in the Dragon's Cave. Rogue was defeated in the Dragon's Cave. Warrior was victorious over the Dragon. That was the first foray into the Gauntlet. And then last week, Hunter was victorious over the Hydra. And this week, Paladin is adventuring in Yeti's Cavern. And so you see we have these remaining 3 dungeons left: Leech's Tomb, Minotaur's Maze, and Yeti's Cavern. Yeti's Cavern is the remaining difficulty 2 dungeons, so we're going to explore in there. And the checklist that we have thus far, I've not done anything other than the basic and healing foci, but we have the veteran skill and the prepared skill. So start each game with any 1 basic skill, start each game with an extra potion, and first aid: when you use a potion, heal 1 damage. So it's kind of like the cure skill, but in addition to the cure skill, except not when you gain a potion. Am I... Oh, hi, Nepicros. No digits, no additives, no refunds, just lewd. Yeah, so, resume game. And hello, Bella Sorcier. Jeez, we have a whole dozen of people. There are dozens of us! Dozens! But yeah, so we're actually exploring in here with the cure spell. So heal 1 damage whenever a potion token is used or gained, or heal 1 damage anytime. First aid: when you use a potion, heal 1 damage. So it's an extra to cure. And we brought along the aid skill: increase 2 dice by 1 each. Now, the basic skill that I brought along this time is Piercing Blast. 3 mana, reduce the difficulty of each armor box by 1. I believe we decided last week that it was armor because a box said armor. But reduce the difficulty of each armor box by 1, which I chose because if we fight the Yeti... Not if we fight the Yeti, never mind. On floor 3, Biting Cold, all strength boxes gain shield/armor. So all strength boxes gain an armor, so Piercing Blast turns into reduce the difficulty of each strength box and armor box by 1. So that might help with putting dice on the board. And if you're unfamiliar with Solo Paladin, her heroic feat: roll any or all of your dice stored here. Store a heroic die here when you open a door with 4+ experience. You may store up to 2 dice at a time. And the armor skill: for every 2 hearts you would lose, prevent 1 heart. You cannot prevent damage otherwise. So she can sort of take twice as much damage. Not 100%, because if you take damage 1 at a time, you still die after 5. If you take damage 2 at a time, you can take 10 damage before you die. But you also cannot prevent damage otherwise. So there are some extra effects that You could have gotten a potion that prevents damage, or a skill that says spend time and prevent 1 heart of damage, or spend an agility die to prevent a heart of damage. You cannot do that with Paladin. Paladin's armor skill overrides that. Valiant makes it easier for us, or at least more willing for us, to face 4 experience encounters, because we get a heroic die. And if we choose not to use that heroic die and we save it for later, we might get a second one, and we can use that in any encounter except for the boss, of course. So, let's explore. And there is something very subtle about the 4 doors that were just revealed. I don't know if you noticed it, but this door is different. For those of you that are unaware, this is hybrid. I don't know if we can see it here. Actually, I think we can. Yes. The rune puzzle is, in fact, from the original deck, but the Knoll and the Ice Room and the Wisp are from the Forest of Shadows. We're playing with the hybrid deck, guys, which means that there's different poison rules, because we'll face encounters that could bring poison. Let's actually open this door just to be different. You actually get information on what the 4 doors are based on the card back. We knew this one was going to be a Forest of Shadows card, and so there are poison consequences here, even though this is a hybrid deck, and therefore we could have encounters that are from the original game. But if we get poison, we'll have to do a poison roll. The difference with poison rolls in the hybrid deck is if you roll and you succeed, you do not remove a poison token. If you roll and you fail, you do remove a poison token and you take the 2 hearts of damage. So you can only remove poison if you fail a poison roll or if you cure it from a potion. So it's a big difference, and I'm excited to play around with this. Slenderman! Shadowstalker, Dark Aura, spend time for each 6 rolled, which is excellent when there's 2 6s on this very card. Let's see, so there's 2 4-mana armors. I have to cover both of those in order to cover anything else. And then there's bunches of other manas here, and then some strengths and an agility. We have 3 strengths, 3 mana, and 1 agility inherently, plus our Valiant die if we so want to use it. If we succeed, we do get an agility die, so that will help even out our dice spread. But do we wish to partake in this encounter? It's, as we learned a couple weeks ago, fleeing all the encounters spends too much time. But also, by the way, Yeti's Cavern rules currently, if an encounter's consequences include 3 time, add 1 heart. So if we add too much time to this, we take extra hearts. Consequences aren't that bad anyway. Yeah, currently it's actually only 2 hearts, 3 poison, and 3 time. But if we get the 3rd time, then we get extra. Or no, wait, never mind. We're about the Paladin. Yeah, so it's 3 hearts plus an additional 1 from the consequence. So it's 4 minus 2. So yeah, it's probably worth doing this. Because if I flee and come back later, I'll have spent 2 time. While 2 time is certainly much less than this, we do get an extra die. Or we could transmute, which I don't think I want to do. So we'll do that. I'll go ahead and roll the heroic die. We'll try to minimize the consequences. We're going to take some, but we're going to minimize what we get. Rolled a 1, so that was shoddy. And we got bad strength rolls. We got the agility covered. We have the mana covered. The mana armor is covered. Actually, only those. I think that's it. That's all we can do. Well then. Because the lowest number remaining is 3. And all these other dice are 1, 2, 3s, 1s, and 1s. What's the ratio? Whore ratio. That's the ratio. However, if I do use aid, I could cover this 4, which will prevent a poison, will prevent a time, and it will prevent a heart. Armor is preventing 1, but there is an extra 1 that's not covered because we're taking 3 time. So if I use aid to take less poison and less time, I'll take 1 less heart. I won't get the heal effect, but I'll save myself in that fashion. Now I could try to increase this heroic die and then use piercing blast, but that's not going to help at all, so I'll just cover that 4. There we go. Use the yellow to make another heroic 1. What good would that do? What would the other heroic 1 do? Because all of these are single boxes. I can't cover anything with these. Then I could have used Piercing Blast. I mean, I could use Piercing Blast, but the problem is this 4 and this 6 have to cover the armor boxes anyway, and this 1 is never going to cover anything. This heroic was originally a 1. So this was originally a 3. So there's not really anything that I could do here with Piercing Blast. Yes, exactly what Nebicross says. Because if I use another aid, like the second aid wouldn't really do much. Except, I mean, I could increase this die by 1 to put on Piercing Blast, but then I still wouldn't have a 3 to put on this shield. I'm okay with this. I will accept these consequences. Also, I think that poison with the Paladin is actually nice because I would lose 2 hearts, but I'll prevent 1, so hopefully that still works for that. It doesn't say only consequences, so anyway, I will take the agility die. I could take the 4 experience just to level up faster, but I'll take the agility die. And then I'll go in this door because I forgot about the upper left door. But it is an original encounter. It's the Flame Statues. Gets me either a mana die, backstab, spend an agility to roll 2 strengths, or 3 experience. Spend 3 time for disenchant, or go for dodge them, but with dodge them I have not enough dice. Disenchant, I have to cover the 4 first, and then the 8, and I have 3 dice for that. So I have to roll a 4, and then with the other 2 dice, roll at least 8, which means 2 6 or 3 5 or 4 4. Yeah. I'm going for that route because that's the possible option. Dodging is just 2 hearts 1 time worth. Well, I covered the 4, but I don't have the 8 covered unless I use aid. Piercing Blast is not applicable to peril encounters. Taking 3 time 2 heart penalties. I think I'm going to use aid again. Just to, you know, really cement. Oh, and by the way, since we have the first aid skill, I can heal a heart, and then first aid will heal a poison. Yay! Okay. I'm at my item limit. Backstab gives me 2 strength dice in exchange for an agility. Which, the reason that I brought the Paladin, by the way, is because we have to cover a lot of strength here. Mana and agility are about equal on the flip side, but mana is a little more important on the front. So mana in the long run isn't as useful, but strength is. So I think I might just opt for backstab. Alright. No more potions. What do we have here? It's another peril, I can tell. Arrow wall. And look. Dodge. Prevent a heart. Oh wait, Paladin cannot use this skill because you cannot prevent damage otherwise. So, we have a sword, but we can't take any more items, and I want to keep the... I mean, I guess swords are more important in the long run, but I want to keep my 3 dice colors balance. I tend to play that way. I don't know if it's a good strategy, but obviously strength is a little more important overall in this dungeon, but magic shield is the way to go, and it's only one time. I'll go ahead and do that. So no more aids, have to roll well, and I rolled well. So that's done. Now I can't take the skill. It doesn't even let me. Could I actually? Oh, I could. I could take the skill. I don't need the skill though. That's terrible. But I think I'm just gonna take the experience. Also, 1 agility die is 2 strength die indeed. So that's one thing to remember. All right, and it's only for the combat encounters, which we have not actually had since the first one. Cavern gives me Flame Weave, spend 2 mana to gain a 5 mana, which is wonderful, when on the flip side, I have to make sure I can always cover this 5 and 6, otherwise I take heart of damage each, because Paladin. But, yeah, we'll enter, not going the agility route, 6/4 is easily doable. Famous last words. Very last words. Can only cover the 4, but we only take 1 heart of damage. Alright, well, I'll take Flame Weave. Alright, that's the first set of encounters. Let's move on. So here, resist poison. You need to roll 2 or higher to succeed. Success, no effect due to hybrid deck. Failure, remove 1 poison from a hero and add 2 hearts to that hero. So if I don't roll 2 or higher, then I fail, but I roll 2 or higher, so success, but I keep the poison because it's the hybrid deck. So now we still have 3 original doors and 1 Forest of Shadows door. Dare I go the Forest of Shadows door? Are those skills better than anything else? I don't really know well enough the decks to know which is a better option right now. I think the original expansion tends to have more fixed number skills, like spend an agility die to gain an agility 6. But I'm going to go with a Forest door just because it's different. I have no real strategy. Vortex Stone. It's a 4 experience, so I gain a Valiant die. The potion prevent 2 hearts of damage. Well, you know, I can't really do that. The item is an agility and a heart, which I already have, so this would be purely for experience, and it would put me at full experience, so I'd gain the potion. The better route would be Stabilize Aura. Right, because this is either item or potion. So I have more mana die, and it's a lower number, so I'm going to go with the Stabilize Aura. I'm spending lots of time, but we will level up this floor. 3 dice, 4/12. Yes, we're definitely going to use this skill. Flame Weave can be used in peril encounters. That's good news. So if I roll a 2, I can still cover that 4. And, well, I guess I'm going to put this here. I don't think I'll still have enough to cover the 12, and it looks like no. Well, darn. And I still don't have age, so yeah, the dice have not been kind so far today, but we're the Paladin, we can take damage like no other. And I'll heal the heart. I'm not worried about the poison, even though it's non-removable unless you fail, but I just have to roll a 2 or higher to succeed. Which is a 5 out of 6 chance. Glooping Ooze. Spend time for each 1 rolled. Well, you know, with my luck, I'm going to roll all 1s. But I will take this on. I know there's a lot of mana things here. But there's no agility, so my 2 agility could be converted into a heroic. One of them, though, could be put towards backstab. And I mean, the only penalties are hearts and time. And what do we really have to lose with time? Oh no, we do have the heroic because we leveled up, duh. Okay, well, there's 3 1s, so we spent 3 time. Excellent, thank you, Glooping Ooze. Let's spend one of those agilities because that's terrible agility roll, and we got 2, 3. Spend 2 mana to gain the 5. Piercing Blast is not going to do anything because I can cover these already. But we have a 3, 4, 5 and a 4, 4, 6, and well, my strength dice are all pretty bad for everything. This 6 could probably be put on that 5. That's compared with the other mana things. The 5 has the worst consequences. This 4, between all of those options here, it is best on the strength variant. But we do have an aid now, and we have a bunch of 3s. So this 6 can't ever really get covered, but I can spend 1 aid to increase those strengths to a 4, heal something, and then heal something. And then I can move that 4 to the mana side and use those strengths to cover those 4s. Alright, that's really the best we can do. 1 heart and 2 time. Should a paladin use backstab, though? Armor Crush. Spend 1 strength die, gain a heroic 6 that you can only use to cover a box with armor. I mean, against the Yeti, that is useful. And on floor 3, that's also useful. It's sort of giving me a strength 6. Not 100%, but it is useful. Or I can get the mana die. But I think Armor Crush is actually, for once, a skill I want, so... I don't normally get it, because... I don't know. Alright, well, now because we spent so much time in that encounter... Ugh. If I stay on this floor, I take 1 heart of damage, but I can open another door. To open both doors, I need to take 2 hearts of damage, because if I stay... Yeah. I think I will stay. I don't think I have enough dice yet. Because I've been generally getting skills instead, because I'm weird. Oh, look, it's this guy. Spend time for each skill you use. Urgh. This potion is good, though, even though I've used up all my potions. Heroism, by the way, change 2 of your non-heroic dice to be 6s, which you know is excellent when you need to get 6s. Your next RPG character shall announce all their attacks by shouting front stab to even things out with the party rogue. Front stab! This is a dangerous encounter at this point. Every skill I use will cost time. If I spend 2 time right off the bat, I get a heart of damage. So, can I just do this straight up? I mean, I have 3 mana plus my heroic, which hopefully covers 4 of those 5, and then I have 1 strength die, hopefully covers that. I have 2 agility die, hopefully covers that. So there's a lot of hopefullys. Alright, I'll do it. 6s! I got some 6s. Well, unfortunately, if I can cover the 10 if I have to use the heroic. I can cover that, I can cover this. So. Now, the only thing to consider is preventing hearts. Covering this 3 or this 4, or no, I could cover the 3. Or I can cover one of those 3s, never mind. Alright, I forgot I have that 3. And I think if I use Flame Weave, I'm fine. Armor Crush frees up a heroic die for the blue 4. So does Flame Weave, which I just accidentally used. But I think that prevents the heart, and now I'm down to 2 time, which is not enough to really prevent the damage for this last store if I wanted it, but I think that's still better. And there's no way to cover this 3 and 4 without spending time, which is silly. But yeah, I mean, there is Armor Crush, because it will give me the 6 that I could put on here. But then this Heroic 4 could go there, which stops a time, which does nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna stop there. And I'll take the potion. And I'll heal a heart. Now, I guess I'm in the same position as I was a second ago. So I guess I'll just stay on the floor. If it made sense to stay on the floor last time, it makes sense to stay on the floor this time. I think. Or no, I think I had 1 extra heart of damage at this point. Well, Dexterity is a skill I would like to have, because it will definitely come to use on the flip side. The problem is jumping over is impossible. Climbing around, I will spend 3 time, which will give me 1 heart, but I guess that's about equivalent to jumping over and failing. Ish. I'm doing it. I'm greedy. I'm really greedy. I want all these things. Every time I've opened a door, I'm like, I don't want to do this. Okay, I will. And that's my downfall. Alright, cover that and cover this. Alright, so the 2 6s helped there. I'll take Dexterity. I think, I want Dexterity, but I also like all those other skills. I'll take out Backstab. Fixed dice skills I value more highly than extra dice. And lo, the paladin did fall on spikes, etched on the shield. So greedy. Alright, this is a little scary because if I fail the roll, I think I die. I mean, I think I will die. Because, yeah. Generally, if you fail a poison roll, I think you just die. You don't even get to use Cure. I think you can only ever use the potion on the base potion. Anyway. This is a purely agility fight, and I have 3 dice. And I, at best, have to cover a 6, a 4, and a 5. I do have Heroism, by the way, which I've been trying to hold on to, but if I use Heroism to gain mana, is that a fair trade? I don't think so, considering mana doesn't really help against the Yeti. I need the strength version of mana. And that mana die... I mean, I need dice. I'm only at 1 item. But I think this is not the encounter to do, so I'm going to flee for the first time. Strategic fleeing is something to bear in mind. Alright, the Force Wall. This is a 4 encounter, and we get Crushing Fist, which is an excellent skill, and will probably replace Flame Weave. Because extra strength 6s will help against the Yeti. But climb around. Let's see, I do have this die here. I have my 1 die there. So 2 heroic dice plus whatever's here. If I climb around, that's 4 dice. 4 and a 5, and then I have to cover the 11 with 2 dice, which is bad. Blast through, I have 3 plus the 2, so 5 dice, 4, 5. And then 14 across 3 dice. I do have Flame Weave, though, which makes it a little easier. So I'm going to blast through. And I'm for sure going to use this Heroic Feat. That gives me a 5. And we have a 4. And Flame Weave gives me 13, which is not enough. So now the question is, do I take the 1 heart in 1 time, or do I use, I guess the one to use, it doesn't really matter, but Aid would do just as well as Heroism. Actually, it'd be equivalent in this case. It would give me, it would cure me, remove 1 heart there, 1 heart there, and would prevent the 1 heart in 1 time, so it's effectively curing 3 hearts. Yeah. I should probably remove the poison at some point, since I can't remove it without penalty. And I am gonna take Crushing Fist, it's too good. Alright, come on, give me something great. An agility die, okay. But breakthrough is doable, I think. Well, that's 10 across 2 dice, so 5-5 or 6-4. It's not that doable. Heroism, okay. Heroism! Dodge Vines, I'd have to do 7 with 1 dice, unless I resign myself to this 5. I need to get more dice. Yeah, I'm gonna just break through. I'll take the penalties. It's fine. Even though I'm gonna take poison, it's fine. Oh boy. Can't cover anything even if I wanted to. Okay. This is fine. Heroism. 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 Alright. And now if I fail a poison roll, I'm dead, so this is not a good position to be in. I will fight it. I don't anticipate surviving at this point. I think I took too many penalties. And once again, I failed a roll pretty badly. Very badly. This is where I die. This is actually the moment where I die, right here. Alright. Well, I got 2 squares. Yay! Which is actually enough to give me 1 health. Alright, that was exactly what I was doing. That was the warm-up round. Let's try again. Oh, and now I have Force Bolt, apparently. Whoops. Well, I get up there. Alright, so my skill was forcibly changed to the Force Bolt. I guess that's the default basic skill, and it didn't set correctly, but I don't want to back out because that's going to cost me 1 time, or not 1 time, 1 game when I don't want to screw up the ratios. So now I'm forcibly given Force Bolt. Forcibly bolt. Force a bolt. X mana, gain a X strength or a X agility on combat encounters. So we can use that. Skeleton, if any boxes are empty, spend 2 time. It wasn't a choice bolt. So it's a bit, well, there's too many mana things to have to cover, but I only rolled 1s with my manas, so, you know. And I think this is, oh no, I could put stuff here. Look at this terrible, terrible roll here. I can't cover anything. I can get a 4. And then I can convert those to a 2. And convert to a heroic 2. And then I can't cover anything! 9 times. Well, I guess one way to deal with the terrible Force Bolt is to lose the to lose the dungeon so fast that I can then go back and set up properly. Alright. Making a heroic die uses 3 dice, not 2. Not good when there's too many agilities I have to cover, so I'm definitely not going to do that encounter. I don't care what anyone says. And then we have this guy, which is difficulty 4, so I will get that thing. Immediately discard all 1s and 3s rolled. Excellent. I don't like steady hands, though, because I can only use that in peril encounters. I think I'm also going to flee from this. I will save that heroic die, though. I will enter this door, and this is Sharp Cliffs. It's another difficulty 4. No, I have 2 heroic dies! Yes! At this point, you'd file a bug report and curse John out, then restart the game in the suspicious hope that the dice will work better. Okay, this gives me a mana die, but that's equivalent to basically anything with Force Bolt. Clever Smash, roll a strength, you may discard it to gain a heroic 3. It's an auto skill and can be used anywhere, except in encounters where it's not a strength peril, because, yeah. Yeah, I'll enter, I'll climb up. I'll roll 1. I'm gonna save the other one. I would never curse John out. No, you're speaking from experience there. All right, cover the 5 and then cover the 10. I won something. Look, Ma, I won something. Oh, I'm at my item limit, so I can't even take that. I'll take Clever Smash, though. The 4 experience would be very, very nice, but the auto heroic 3 is nice, too. Everything's just nice. I don't want to fight these things. I'm still going to explore. There's not much you can really do when you have bad dice rolls. Most of this game is about mitigation of bad dice rolls, but the hardest part of the game, I think, is the early game, because you don't have much to mitigate the bad dice rolls. Alright, the potion I can only use if I want to gain a potion token. I'm at my item limit, but this could replace that agility with agility heart, which is better. So yeah, stabilize aura. And then I'll roll 1 of these again. So then now I just have to roll 12 with 3 dice. I rolled 10, but that's okay because aid will do it. And not only will that do it, but it will heal all my damage. Alright, that's done. Take the item. What's behind door number 4? The Sharp Cliffs? Pit of Spikes. Yeah, these aren't Sharp Cliffs. What am I talking about? Dexterity was the skill we got last time, but never used. And the way to get it would be to climb around. 3 strength dice. Well, you know... Oh, but I have Clever Smash. Okay, I'm not going to use that then. So I have the 4 covered. But very poorly so. I'm going to Clever Smash and see what I get. I get a 4. Well, that's better than the heroic 3. But I can't cover the 8 unless I use 8 again, which I'm too inclined to want to use. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. 1 heart is fine. And the 2 time, well, I mean, I'm not really going to explore too much on this floor anyway, so that's fine. Okay, do I want to fight one of these 2 things? If I don't, then I'll explore, and I'll only really have time to explore one of the doors anyway. So do I want one of these 2, or do I want a random choice? And the answer is I'm at max skills and max items, so whichever would probably give me experience, which would be Phantom, which is scarier, but I mean, I'm the Paladin, I can survive this encounter. I will use my heroic feat though, because if I survive this encounter, I can get a heroic die. But I got a 4 that didn't get discarded, that's good. And I rolled 1 and 3 and 3, so those got discarded. Clever Smash. Gives me 5. I will keep it. Dexterity. I don't have an agility die, but I do have a heroic die. But if I put that there, then it's equivalent to that heroic 6 or agility 6. Anyway, I can cover the 5 and the 6. I can cover the 3 and the 4. But really, preventing one time doesn't do anything for me because I won't be able to explore still. But if I used Force Bolt, which I was forcibly given, I could prevent 2 hearts. No, I could prevent 1 heart 1 time because that's equivalent, but better. Because the Paladin is preventing 1 of those hearts anyway. See, armor was preventing 1 heart there versus here it was preventing no hearts. So, can't use this die for anything. Aid's not gonna help. I'm okay with this. I succeeded and I got experience. Yay! So now, do I wish to fight the bandit? What's the worst that can happen? I mean, there's an agility 4 that I don't care about. I just have to cover agility 8, agility 3, strength 5, mana 3, mana 4. And really, if I can't cover the agility 8, I only take 1 heart of damage from that anyway, so I think it's actually fine to fight. Okay. Unless I don't roll anything higher than 4. What's Clever Smash? Clever Smash gives me a 3. It's equivalent to a heroic 3, except heroic 3 can be used in more situations. Dexterity will give me a 6. I guess that's better. Though I probably could use the heroic 1, because that's not really any difference. That covers that 8. That covers the 3. I can cover the manas. And Force Bolt can cover anything else that I want it to cover. So if I get up to 3 here, I'm going to take the heart of damage. I don't think armor is going to affect that because that's independent of consequences, really. Consequences were preventing 1 heart because Yeti's Cavern's adding 1. If I cover the 5, then I'll prevent 2 time. But all that will really do is prevent the 1 heart prevention from armor. And then I'll still get the 2 here and I'll still take the damage there. So that's not really going to change anything. I wonder. This isn't going to be any better, is it? If I prevent that. I'm now at 2 hearts and 3 time. Challenge box is 2 heart, Yeti Cavern 1 heart. But then if I Force Bolt... Well, I mean, I can cover that 3 with the 2 strengths. I guess preventing the time doesn't really make much of a difference. What I could do is do like this and then get... Oh yeah, it takes 3 dice to do this. Oh man, I keep forgetting that. But I have no other use for that die then, but then I can get a strength 6 and then I can cover that. So then... Well... Let's see, so this route, I take 1 heart 2 time, then the 2 time gives me another heart. This route, I take 1 heart 1 time, And then the 1 time does not give me an extra heart. So now the only penalty is 1 heart. And I think that's probably the best I can do. Unless I choose to, like, use aid to increase this to a 4 and this to a 3. But then I'll still take a heart there, so that doesn't really do anything. Alright, I think that's... No, wait, what did I just do? I did that. Because that's not going to change anything, because now... Yeah, those are equivalent... Except, or it's not equivalent because I'll take an extra. Yeah, okay. All right. Minimal consequences there. Cleave is a nice skill, but I think I don't have enough strength die to want it. Plus, I'm going to need lots of strength for the Yeti. So I think for now, I'll take the agility die. So now I'm 3-3-3 plus a heroic. And I have 2 potions. So I think I'm in a better spot than I was last time, even though I started off with like 9 time of consequences. Jeez. Alright. We have the rune puzzle. Clarity, reroll all your 1s and 2s, and then roll a heroic. Generally, when I reroll a 1 and 2, 1 or 2, then I roll another 1 or a 2. That's my experience. Of course, I'm ignoring all the times where I rerolled a 1 and got a 6, but if I ignore the times where I rerolled a 1 and I got a 3, 4, 5, or 6, then all that's left are the times where I rolled only a 1 or a 2. Alright, we have 4 dice, no matter the option. Clever Smash, however, gives me an extra die. Is that extra die worth going for to prevent this 2 time? I don't really think so, because I'd have to somehow roll 5. 5 more. 1 die for 5 extra points. Decipher it. I have 4 dice, cover a 4, cover a 5, and then cover the 6 with 2 dice remaining, so I'm gonna try to decipher it. But if I don't roll a 4... He rolled many 4s. Okay. 5 can't be covered unless I use aid. Currently it's 1 heart 1 time. That's okay. Take the strength. So that puts us maxed out on items. I can take 1 more skill. Oh, it's this guy. Ice Elemental. Before the encounter, spend 3 time, but we get the heroic die from our skill. Item is an agility heart, which we could replace this to get an extra heart. And get 3 experience out of it. The skill, spend 2 strengths to roll 2 agilities and a strength. Not fond of that. Or we get 4 experience, but that's only 1 point more than that. Everything here is strength and mana. So agility is not too exciting, but we can certainly utilize the agilities to get heroic dice. And Clever Smash gives me either a strength or a heroic 3. So I'm going to enter it. Do I wish to use this heroic die? I have 3 mana dice. I have my heroic die. I have 4 remaining strengths. 5 with Clever Smash. And then the heroic, or the agility, hopefully can give me something that's useful. Do I want to save this, though? I think I'll save it. I think we'll try to not just, you know, reflex use Valiant, even though it's there. Use it when it's smart. So, let's start with Clever Smash, because I need to see what this is. This is a 2, so let's swap it with the heroic 3. And then Dexterity, well, I have an Agility 1, that's not good. This heroic 2 doesn't do anything. This heroic 3 could be used in various places. The strengths, I mean, the strength 3 could cover that, and a strength 6 to cover the 5, but I still have to cover the 11, which is I'm a little short on. So if I ignore the 3 there for a second, I can cover that. At which point I can cover the squares there. And then I can cover something there. But the remaining mana dice don't help unless I use Force Bolt. This heroic die doesn't do me anything right now. The agilities, however, I could convert to get a 5, which can cover probably this thing, because that's all these consequences involve a time, but these two involve hearts. So covering the 6 is going to be unlikely unless I use aid. But covering the 6 would mean replacing this 5 with the 6, which doesn't do anything for me. Covering the 4 would require aid. We are taking 3 timing consequences, so freezing winds is triggering. But with armor, it's not actually triggering. Really, the only way to improve the situation would be to cover the 6, which I cannot currently do. But if I convert this to a 5, a strength 5, I can cover that, and this frees up this 6. If I were to somehow free this 6 out there, I could convert to a heroic 6 and get this covered. The problem is, I don't have enough dice to cover the shield now. Hey. If I could somehow pull that 3 out, I could pull the 2 out, but that doesn't do me anything. Aid would increase that to a 1, but that doesn't help. I feel like I'm close to something, but I don't know what. If I move that, but I mean, like, the thing is, if I'm sacrificing this 5 to cover the 6, it doesn't do me anything, but I can cover the 3 there. But then what? Oh look, I have a 5 now. Sweet, I can cover that 5. An ice elemental. You're close to an ice elemental. And actually, this approach has actually covered more squares, because I'm now down to 2 time. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I somehow managed to finagle 1 less time. I'm just gonna accept that. It's only 1 heart, and it's only 2 time. It's not terrible. And we're gonna take that. Alright. Boulder, which is 4 experience, so I got my second heroic die, which means I should probably use it, because I can only store 2 dice. Slow time, run past. Critical strikes, change 1 or 2 heroic dice into heroic die of the same values. Why didn't I take the item? Was it? Oh. I could have taken it because I was... Whatever, it's not helpful here. Yeah, I guess I could take critical strikes. Could help in encounters where I don't need the agility. Like the previous one. Could also take the item to change that sword into a sword heart. Run past would save me the 3 time, but I'd have to cover more squares. Yeah. Let's see, I have 4 dice right now. Assuming I cover both of those, I have 2 dice remaining. I'm gonna be greedy. Roll both the dice. Get a 4-1. Can I undo it? Alright, well, we can cover the 4, we can cover the 5, and then we have barely enough. Alright, I'm happy with that 1 now, because that was exactly what I needed. Alright. Let's just max out on skills. Okay, this guy is a good guy to find right now because there are no more closed doors. Before the encounter, spend 1 time for each closed door, but there were none. Ba-dum-bow. Okay. So can I do this? I have a dexterity, I have a clever smash, I have critical strikes. I got bad mana roll. I feel like all my mana rolls have been bad rolls. I think the mana dice are loaded. I will do that because that's better. We do not have a mana 6. I do have a mana 3. I have a strength 4, strength 5, strength 4. I don't have a strength 5. Agility 5, agility 3, agility 3. Great. What can I do from here? Aid would not... Well, I guess aid would cover 2 more. That would cover those. I do not have the 6 covered. This is going to give me a poison. I think I can't prevent the poison. But I can force bolt to cover this 4. I think I'm just going to sacrifice that 4. I could dexterity to get a 6. I don't think that's going to help. I mean, I can recover this 3. Actually, that might help because I can cover that with a better number. Recovers a agility 4. I'm gonna sneeze in 2 seconds, but it's one of those sneezes where it's almost there but not quite, and then it goes away, and then you feel awkward. All right. Oh, I do have critical strikes, by the way. But I do want that mana. Or that agility there. I do want to cover this square because it's a heart, which I'm preventing one right now anyway, but yeah, let's just do that. Because I was going to use Force Bolt and then get a heroic die, but I could just convert and get that. No, get that. Right. So now, for the next trick, get a strength 4, which I can do with this. Huzzah! Now I take only 1 poison. And there's no way I can stop that poison, because my heroic and mana are bad. So now I have a poison there. I'm at my item limit. I'm at my skill limit. And I do like my skills. I think critical strikes is good. So I'll just take the experience. Alright, now that I have a poison token, let's explore so we get a poison roll. And I think there's about an 80% chance that I roll a 1 here. No, it's a 2. Alright, we haven't been exploiting the position of the doors, but we do have 2 Forest of Shadows and we have 2 regular. Forest of Shadows means poison is a possibility, but if I open the door and I don't choose to fight it and then I explore later, which I think is unlikely considering how much time we have left, it will actually add to my poison roll. So I'm going to open it and we'll see. We have a Peril, we have Bramble Field. We're still at our item limits, and I don't really want either of these, so it's just for experience. We only have 4 dice. But if I do the strength route, I can use clever smash. So I'm just going to clear a path. It's going to spend extra time, but I'm not going to be able to explore more on this floor anyway, so it's fine. Oh, I forgot I have 4 dice with strength anyway. But I have a 4 and I have a 5, and I can cover the 7, so I don't need to clever smash. I'll save the good luck for when I need it. Take the experience. So now 1 more experience, and then I level up, and then I can carry more items and skills. So I rolled a double 1! Yeah! Alright, Plague Rat. Hello, friend. Lots of agility, lots of mana, lots of strength. We can do this. We can do this. We got this. And then he rolls 11 ones. Or we roll a bunch of 5s and 6s. See, that's why I didn't use Clever Smash, because I knew there was going to be a bunch of 5s and 6s coming up. I didn't want to use the luck on Clever Smash. See, I'm clever there. See, we've been hoarding the luck to this point. Hoarding the luck. Convert agility to heroics. I mean, I don't need to, but I also might as well, right? Because, like, heroic is strictly better than agility. Well, cover the 5, cover the 3, cover the 4, cover those. Now I have a remaining 2. Oh, look, it's a 6. Oh, look, it's actually a heroic 6. There we go. There's a combo in skills. I love it when skills combo. And then I can cover a 5, cover a 5, cover a 3. Perfect. Persistence. I think dexterity and critical strikes is a combo I didn't even think about, but I'm very happy with that idea now. I'm going to cure the poison because it's going to just... I'm going to take 2 hearts later eventually. I guarantee it. So I'm saving 2 hearts later by getting rid of it now. Alright, we have a peril. Arrow wall. I think the answer is magic shield. Rush through, same dice, but yeah. And none of these skills are going to work. So, 4 ones. Nope. Ever since I started calling the rolls, I've been rolling better. Jeez. Okay. We'll take the item. The skill does nothing for me. And then let's at least check this door. We can for free. This door is Great Spirit. After these rolls, John can live another day. Forest Blessing. Reroll a die, gain a heroic 1. Which actually I can then throw into dexterity, which then I can use critical strikes to get a heroic 6. See the logic here? Reroll a die. I don't really like rerolls considering I reroll a 1 and get a 1, but I mean, yeah, I want that skill, so I want to display prowess. Can I do that though? Because that's 4 dice. That's going to be really bad if I lose. Struggle free is like easy. Because I have 6 dice plus clever smash. Display prowess, I have 4 dice and no skills that will help me. Oh man, I really want that though. Okay, it's fine. I'll just take the mana die. It's equivalent to just getting a heroic 1 anyway. I want the skill that gives me more ones. Now that you put it that way. Alright, we have numbers. Let's clever smash just to see. We got a 2. Alright, let's replace that with a 3 then. And a peril encounter, it's kind of really straightforward. 4, 5, and then 10. There we go. Alright. Our dice situation is coming along better than it was last game. 1 more level and then we're at level 4. And these are all... Nope, never mind. Bottom left is Forest of Shadows. Let's start there. I don't know why. We have this guy. Skip the use heroics feat step. Hey, guess what? I don't have a use for it anyway. Fireball. 5 mana, gain a 5 mana, 5 strength. The nice thing about Fireball, though, it costs 5 mana and you get a 5 mana back, but you can put any number of dice into this. So if you have like a mana 3 and a mana 2, you can put those into there and get a mana 5 out. In case you really need the mana 5 for, like, I don't know, whatever reason. By the way, now we are on floor 3, so all strength boxes gain armor, so we actually have to cover the strength, absolutely. Which is why we're very strength focused, so I do want Fireball. Let's see what happens here. Bad agility rolls, bad mana rolls, except for the last one. Clever Smash for Scherzies. Gives me a 2. Let's replace that with a 3 because that's better. I could convert a heroic or an agility 2 into a 6, or I could just convert the manas, but the manas could also be put in the Force Bolt. Well, we have to cover the strengths. So let's cover the strengths. We'll save, yeah, because I don't need the strength anymore. So these could convert into a heroic 6. I can cover this mana 6. These heroic 3s could be used on the 3s on the board. So there's 4s that I can't touch right now. We have to cover the 10. We don't have to cover the 10. We could just take 2 damage, or 2 poison and 1 heart. So what's better here? We're taking 3 times, so it's adding a heart to the consequences, but that's actually, yeah, that is the 3rd heart, which is, so if I can prevent that heart, which I can also do by covering the 10, by the way. I kind of want to use critical strikes, but I can't really. Well, all right. So this is definitely going to turn into a heroic 6 in some fashion. And then those 2 agilities could be used for whatever. I can convert this to a heroic 6 and then critical strikes to get that. Which doesn't really do anything, except then I could put in a Force Bolt, which I don't think is gonna do anything. This is equivalent, right? Because of armor. I could Force Bolt, but that's not going to really do anything. But I could Force Bolt and get a mana or agility 4, which I can put there. That also doesn't do anything. I'm fine with 1 heart one time. Excuse me. Fireball. Sweet. Let's see what we have here. Bear traps. I'm bad on agility. And I think I'm just going to flee. Because it's only really 2 experience. I don't really need the mana skill. Or mana potion. Other than getting a potion, I guess. Force Wall is a 4. Crushing Fist. Hello. I will value that as better than Fireball. Arguably better than Clever Smash. Well, I don't have lots of mana dice. Plus, I probably should keep Fireball because I do have to cover this 5. You'd argue it's better than Critical Strikes. Well, Critical Strikes is giving me a heroic 6. But I understand your point. Lots of things where it could be better. So if I go this route, I do have this heroic die. None of these skills will trigger. I have my 1 here, so 6 dice with Blast Through. 3 here. 3 here. Plus, I will probably use 8 because we are starting to get high in damage. But yeah, we're definitely going to Blast Through because reasons. That was bad. And I don't really like that either. Yeah, that's not really good. I need 2 aids to cover this. Two aids to get a 4, which will free up the 5, but then that doesn't help there. Taking 3 heart right now, which will kill me, so I do need to do something, so. Yeah, bad roll. We were due a bad roll. Alright, come on, give me the 2s. Give me the 2s! I want the 2s. This game's slowing down, I think, is the problem. Alright, aid. The nice thing is that with first aid and with cure, I'm actually recovering 2 hearts at a time, so now I'm down to 1 heart. And now if I wanted to, I could free up that 5, but that's not going to do anything for me. Because if I put it here, I certainly can't cover the 14. I'm taking 4 hearts in 2 time, but that's really 2 hearts in 2 time. If I move this here, then I'm taking 1 heart in 1 time. So really this is the better option, so... I would need 2 aids to fix that, and I don't have enough potions, so that's the best I can do. Alright, but we're definitely taking the skill, right? And so which one of these do we want to lose? 6 mana to get 2 strength 6s, definitely kind of exactly what we need for this fight. Critical strikes change 1 or 2 heroic dice into 2 heroics of the same values, which I don't need agility as much on this side. I need an agility 6, but dexterity gives that to me, so dexterity is definitely staying. Fireball gives me a mana 5 and strength 5, which mana 5 is important and strength 5 is also important. So Fireball is important. So it's really between Clever Smash and Critical Strikes. Clever Smash, roll a strength die, discard to gain a heroic 3. I have not really had good luck with rolls though, so I think I'm just going to replace Clever Smash because, like, at least with Fireball and Dexterity and Critical Strikes, there are known outcomes. Of course, I need to actually have good numbers to use Fireball and Crushing Fist, but Dexterity I can almost always use, and Critical Strikes can be used. Actually, it'll be used here! Look at this fight! Because there's no agility here, so agility is useless! Alright. We're gonna convert something. And the Wraith, which I just saw but I missed, the Wraith gives a sword or 3 mana to roll 2 agilities. Okay, that's dumb. So a sword. So I might as well replace a sword. So we're losing a sword. Yeah, things are slowing down here. Rolls. Bad agility roll, but I guess that's less important. I mean, dexterity gives me a 6, so... And then critical strikes gives me 2 heroic 6s. Whoa! The power. Feel the power. I could use Fireball straight up, which is a little boring because I would like to turn bad numbers into big numbers, but that at least gives me that. Crushing Fist, I'm not sure because, well, I need mana. But I need to cover the 9. 9 is covered. Cover the 6. Oh no, we still have to cover the shields because all the strengths are shields, guys. Cover the 3s. Cover the 5s. There we are. No more need for strength. Cover the 6. Cover the 4. And there's a rogue 3. So the next question, can we somehow cover the rogue 3? The answer might surprise you. I could put this 6 into Crushing Fist to get 2 strength 6s that I could then convert into a heroic 6. There are certainly some wasted dice. I mean, this shield icon is the most annoying because, I mean, I'm over covering it by 1, so it's not really that bad, but if I can free it up somehow, but I mean, if I free it up, I would basically have enough to cover the 3 there anyway. I think really the only thing I could do is free up a heroic 6 by somehow getting a strength 5. But getting a strength 5 would require spending 5 mana here or 6 mana here, which if I had that, I wouldn't need to worry about anything. So I guess there's really nothing I can do. Well, if I... Okay, well, I mean... Okay, no, I could steal one of these 6s and put in a Crushing Fist. So... I don't know if it's gonna fully help, but I can put it in the Crushing Fist. Yeah, because... Well... Yeah, no, actually... no, this doesn't help at all. No, it does help. Hello! Solution! Hey guys, instead of doing heroic 6 on a strength thing, we should do it on Crushing Fist, because then I will have the 6 in the thing, and then I have another 6 elsewhere. Yeah. Okay. Logic. I knew there was something I was missing. Okay, I do want the sword, I think, because we need strength. I think I'm just going to ignore bear traps, because I don't want to gain any more agility dice at this point. I mean, 2 experience, I guess, but 2 experience doesn't help me level up, so... And I don't need the mana. Alright, flame statues, okay. At our item limits... Disenchant would be the option. I have 5 dice, but I have to cover the 2 4s at least 3 times. And this only gives me 3 experience, unless I replace an agility. I don't like this. I'm gonna flee. I just need to find a 4 encounter, because then Valiant will trigger, and then I'll have the level up, and then I'll have the heroic die. Cavern is not. But Dismantle It is trivial. I wonder why that's not a shield. It should be a shield, right? This turned into a shield. You did not get a 5. Well. I guess I'm taking a heart. Okay. I don't. Do I even need agility? I have a 5. I need to cover a 5 and a 6, and like dexterity gives me the 6. I guess. Yeah. What is critical strikes even doing for you? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's the level. Okay, and yeah. We're at level 4. I have 2 heroics. I'm going to explore this door. It's this guy, which spends time for each one, right? Yes. Ugh. You are terrible, sir. But if I get Armor Crush, it actually helps on the Yeti. But then I'm going to roll 17 ones, and I'll be dealt too much damage. Yeah, whatever. All I have to do is not roll a 1. So, because dice are easily manipulated by your thoughts, everyone needs to actively think, not a 1, not a 1, not a 1, not a 1, not a 1. Spit into your hand. Johnny needs a new pair of shoes. Whoa! No! You spit on the wrong hand! You guys, no! Terrible players. Just kidding. Alright, dexterity, give for the 6, and then convert a 5 and a 6 into heroics. This 3 is sticking around for the ride. This 2 is not doing anything for me. But I can cover a 3. I guess they are doing something. I can put them into Fireball or Crushing Fist. Keep that in mind. This 3, however, we know is not doing anything, right? So let's put these there and get a heroic, and then put the heroic 2 and the mana 3 into Fireball to get a 5/5. So then I can cover those. I can cover some of these. Let's cover some of these. Then I can cover some of these. All right. Done. I did it despite the snake eyes. And I got my Armor Crush. So the only reason to continue would be if I wanted Mana Potion, but that's dumb. Backstab. I'm actually max on skills, so these skills would have to replace something, and I'm happy with my skills right now. So do I want a mana die? And I don't think I do. I'm going to descend. All right. It's an hour and 24 minutes into this stream, and we're finally at the Yeti. By the way, guys, all 1s rolled are immediately discarded. I forgot about that rule. So let's not roll 1s, all right? Not 1. Not 1. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. And we rolled 3 1s. Well, I mean, considering that we had 14 dice, 3 1s is probably about par for the course. Good news is I have a 5, I have a 6 on agility. Mana is crap. We have a 4, we have a 5, we have a 6 on strength. If I do Fireball, I get a 5 on mana, so that's good. So then how do I want to handle the rest? I have to cover the 24, bar none. So, and those 5s and 6s, if I ignore one, each one I ignore is just 1 heart of damage because of armor. So I don't really have to worry about those as much. I do want to, like, first and foremost cover the skulls. Like, if I can cover all 4 skulls, that's 4 hearts of damage to him. And then next round, I'd only have to cover at least 2. Granted, anything I don't cover probably hurts, but... yeah, so how do I want to handle the rest? I mean, I have this 3 I could throw into Armor Crush. That will give me a 6. I mean, that's obviously going there. This might go there. This might go there. Crushing Fist gives me 2 6s, which puts me at 23. I mean, there is the mana 4 here. I guess I could save that for Force Bolt. Which will be just enough. I know there's Armor Crush. Actually, Armor Crush will do it. No, that's 7 I need. Wait, I need 4 more. Yeah, I'm 4 short. So, Force Bolt. And then all the squares get covered except the mana 6. I think that's the best I can do, right? Because I can't get that mana 6 covered. Yeah, it's only 1 heart. I'm fine with it. 1 heart of damage, that's like fine. I can cure it, aid it like super easily. First aid and cure twice, and I'm at full health. All right, so I just have to survive this next round, and by survive I mean like cover the 24, because without that I can't do anything else. All right. Come on, Papa needs a new pair of shoes. I rolled 1-1. Hey. Nice. Okay. Dexterity. So actually this covers the 5 and the 6. So then I can just convert this 5 into heroics. And yeah, I do need to worry about covering the 24, but if I can save that 6, I can cover the mana 6. So then, there's a 5, there's a 4, and then other things. Fireball gives me, well, I don't need Fireball, right? That's actually, I don't need mana anymore, so I don't care about that. But Crushing Fist I can do. Actually, let me undo that because I definitely don't want to use the 4 heroic. Yeah, so we'll do this. Gives me 2 6s. So one of the 6s are covered. So there's a 6, there's a 5, there's a 4. Throw that there. And then we said that we're going to use those there. So then remaining numbers that we have... oh no, we're 1 short! Ah! Armor Crush. Perfect. All right, Yeti's defeated. Woo! Only took me 1 hour and 29 minutes, and a match that started off on the wrong foot. All right, we have 11 check marks. Well, considering we're on the healing focus, I should put this into recovery. Now the question is, do I want to finish recovery? When you descend, heal 1 damage, so this can proc 3 times in a dungeon. Heals 3 hearts. Or do I want to throw these into one of these things? Now, Grit after each boss round, heal 1 damage. I mean, I haven't been spending too much time in boss fights. This last boss, we only did like 2 rounds. And only one of those rounds, I mean, the second round we won, so only after the first round he would have healed. Putting into crafty, you may have 1 extra skill or item. Well, I would not be able to get it until after the next dungeon. So how many do we need? We need 6, 10, 14. If I put 7 in there, presumably I could finish the next dungeon and then fill this out. So because we're only left with difficulty 3 dungeons, all of these are equivalent, unless I go back and face a difficulty 1 or 2, which I'm not. So it's really like, in terms of covering up those squares, what's the best way to do it? And if I put the 6 here and I put 1 here, I still need 13 check marks, which I will almost certainly not get unless I somehow level up a bunch and fight on Fearless difficulty, which if I had fought on Fearless, I would not have won this dungeon because I needed those early potions. Maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, I think we'll just... Recovery will automatically get gotten, and I could use it. Crafty, we probably won't get. That's fine. Okay. So that puts us on 6 games, 2 more dungeons, so we're not close to the flawless, but we have continued our story. Paladin was defeated in the Yeti's Cavern. Paladin was victorious over the Yeti with the wrong basic skill, but we actually did manage to use it. And actually it did help. I mean, the skill I was hoping to use wouldn't have helped too much against the Yeti, but would have helped on floor 3, but we managed to mitigate floor 3 anyway, simply by having strength, so that worked. Alright, so I am done with 1 deck dungeon for today. But this does not mean we are done with the stream. It is now time for the Sentinels of the Multiverse part of the stream. Which of course means it's viewer's choice, so that of course means I ask the question. Who wants to participate in viewer's choice? So while people are waiting to answer that, or while I'm waiting for people to answer that, I will change the title. Or not, I guess I could change the title because it mentions 1 deck dungeon. But I do want to change the game so that I'm in under the right thing. Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game updates. Beautiful. Okay. So, Sonvar, Seamus Butler, and Hank Royd says me. So, by the way, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the way viewer's choice works, I ask this question, who wants to participate, just so I get a list of people, and I ask these people 1 by 1 questions. The first question is almost always, are we going to play classic or team? We're not on the beta build, so we don't have Oblivion, and we certainly would not be able to show it off because we do not have Handelabra's support in that manner. But then the next question, if we're doing a classic, is what villain are we facing, and then what is hero, or how many heroes rather, and then what's the first hero, what's the second hero, what's the third hero, and then what's the 4th and the 5th if they're relevant, and then what's the environment, and then the last question is what difficulty are we facing. Little classic if it's a team match. In that, I will ask for villain, then hero, then villain, then hero. But that's the routine. So Bella Sorcier said something, so I'm going to put her on the list. But the question of who goes to Sonvar, classic or team. I know Bella Sorcier said play team, but Sonvar is the one that gets the question. And it's up to Sonvar to say team. Is Sonvar going to follow Bella Sorcier's wishes? Or is he going to go rogue and say classic? It's all up to Sonvar. It's all up to Sanvar for this wonderful question of what match are we gonna play for the Dolphins dive tonight now? Okay, I ran out of words. And Sanvar says, classic. Oh, denied. Seamus, 3, 4, or 5 heroes with 1 extra comma for some reason. And then Hankroyd, choose the villain. And then Bella Sorcier, 2 L's, Bella Sorcier, choose hero number 2. Sanvar, choose hero number 3. Seamus, choose hero number 4. Hankroyd, choose hero number 5. Bella Sorcier, choose the environment. And then back to Sanvar for standard, advanced, challenge, or ultimates. All right. All the questions are out. Hankroyd says Plague Rat. I forgot hero 1. Oh. How'd I forget hero 1? Okay, no. Never mind. Here we go. Blue Dolphin. Choose hero number 1. Chrono-Ranger. See, that was, see, I was on the list. See, you guys didn't notice I was on the list. And another letdown says, yeah, buddy. All right, so what else do we have? No, Bella Sorcier was hero 2. Bella Sorcier said that Revo Corp guy with the powered armor, which can only possibly be Benchmark. Hero number 3 is Sanvar. Sanvar says, guys, on a scale from 1 to 10, I am Sir Guised. Hero number 4 was Seamus. Seamus says Legacy. Hero 5, Sentai Idealist. The environment... Oh, the difficulty is challenge. The environment was going to Bella Sorcier. So that's all we're missing right now. Oh yeah, I should show you the list of environments as well. Yeah, we do not have the Oblivion environments, but we have the Block, Celestial Tribunal, Court of Blood, Dr. Wrath Capital, Enclave of the Endlings, Final Wasteland, Freedom Tower, Insula Primalis, Madame Metamires, Magmaria, Megalopolis, Mobile Defense Platform, Omnitron 4, Pike Industrial Complex, Realm of Discord, Rook City, Ruins of Atlantis, Silver Gulch, Temple of Zhulong, Time Cataclysm, Tomb of Anubis, and Wagner Mars Base. Madame Metamires it is. Whoops, there we go. And there's, I love how many decks there are in Sentinels. One Deck Dungeon does feel a little empty in that regard, but One Deck Dungeon has only had 1 expansion. Imagine how big it will be when there's 7 expansions. And then there's One Deck Dungeon Oblivion to come out in 2023. Anyway, it is Challenge Plague Rat versus Chrono-Ranger, Benchmark, Guise, Legacy, and Super Sentai Idealist in Madame Mittermeier's fantastical festival of conundrums and curiosities. Sniff, sniff, tasty old meat. The damnable rat beast is back. It wants a piece of my shooting arm. See, I'm not even trying to... Or no, I actually have a good Western accent. The damnable rat beast is back. It wants a piece of my shooting arm. Nope, that's not even Western. I don't even know what that is. The damnable rat beast is back. It wants a piece of my shooting arm. I found the source of the ticking. It's a pipe bomb. Yay. Okay. Chrono-Ranger has Eye on the Prize, Hunter and Hunted, Kill on Sight, and Sudden Contract. Benchmark has Deployment Actuation, Flyby, Legion Core Processor, and Load on Initialization. Guise has Look What I Found, Say Cheese, Super Ultra Kawaii, and Extreme. And Legacy has Heroic Interception, Surge of Strength, and 2 Thox. And Super Sentai Idealist Has Board Now, Bright Idea, and 2 Hedgy Hogs. And Bright Idea is the one that searches for the trash. Ooh. So, no concepts for Super Sentai Idealist, which is tragic considering her base power. Works better with concepts, but that's okay. Plague Rat. Fun fact, challenge rule, at the start of the villain turn, Plague Rat deals each non-villain target 1 toxic damage. There are no environment targets, so that's essentially all hero targets. It is not irreducible damage at the start of the villain turn, unlike most other damage instances here, but at the end of his turn, he does deal 1 irreducible. But anyway. I deal with this by not doing voices, and also not streaming. I guess that's my Bellator Sierra voice. I deal with this by not streaming. And Plague Locust, increased damage dealt by Plague Rat and all infected heroes by 1. At the end of the villain turn, Plague Rat regains X HP, where X equals the number of infected heroes. So he has a damage increase. Perfect impression. So let's see what happens here. What does he get out to start off the game with? The answer is infection. So who desires the infection? If I put it on Idealist and then I use Surge of Strength, then she doesn't actually get damaged. Fun fact. I think, though, what I'm going to end up doing with Chrono, because I'm crazy pants, is Sudden Contract by any means this turn. And then next turn, I'm going to put out Hunter and Hunted. So what I want is Heroic Interception for round 3 of Plague Rats. So I'm not going to do that. But is there anyone that otherwise wouldn't mind? I don't want it on Chrono because he's taking a lot of damage already. I mean, I guess the infection, though, the thing to remember is Plague Rat increased damage dealt by infected heroes by 1, but they also hit themselves. So it's... Nah, I'm going to do Chrono. I'm crazy pants here. When Guise dies, he just gets back up. Well, that's why Guise rhymes with dies. Guise played One Deck Dungeon, but he thought it should be called One Guise Dungeon. Am I right? Alright. By any means. Nope, not kill inside. By any means! And now, Chrono will do super damage here. +1 by Nemesis, +1 by Plague Locust, +1 by any means. And then we're going to have a +1 from Galvanize. Next turn, we're going to have +1 from Hunter and Hunted. So it's going to be ridiculous. You just wanted to stop by and remind our wonderful viewers that Tales from the Archive is on Saturday this week because reasons. Those are the best reasons. Alright, our Legion Core processor, at the start of your turn, you may either move 1 software card from your trash into your hand, or you may use a power. Well, I don't have extra powers just yet. I mean, my software I have in hand doesn't even give me a power, so I'm going to do Deployment Actuation and see what random gizmo we get. We get the Flash Installation Drive, which is fun because at the end of your turn, you may put a software card from your trash into play. And we just put a bunch of software into our trash. So we can get any software we want. Intervening Path Calculator. Whenever the hero with the lowest HP would be dealt damage, and we redirect that damage to benchmark. That's a useful one. That's one that I want to have the Flash Installation Drive put into play, though. So I think instead... Auto-Targeting Protocol, maybe? Because I have duplicates and I could play that when I need to. Threat Neutralizer is good. And then Plague Rat. One of the few nice things about Plague Rat is that he does not destroy ongoing or equipment cards. So the hardware should be safe. Madame Mittermeyer's, I think, also doesn't. They just do a bunch of crazy stuff as the game goes on. But the hardware should be safe. Put a card into play. Let's put out Intervening Path Calculator. Chrono is now the lowest, so that's actually good. But we probably want to try to get Legacy to be the lowest, so that Heroic Interception, we can redirect damage from Legacy to Benchmark. So let's try to keep that in mind. I mean, I could play Look What I Found, but I think I want to hold on to that because I want to wait until I have Galvanize. So I'm just going to skip, but I'm going to use this power because I can still do 2 damage to Plague Rat. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. Can copy Hunter and Hunted. There will be another Saturday episode later in the month too because other reasons. Also, and I have not listened to the letters page since the cows came home, but Another Letdown, I think, has been filling in for Trevor because Trevor's off, and I don't know any of the details as to why, and I don't know 100% even if, like, Another Letdown has added his own custom. This is the letters page brought to you by Greater Than Games, in particular by Christopher Bedell and Adam Robotario. I am Another Letdown, whose name is actually Zach something. But that would be exciting. Surge of Strength I could also copy with that. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. I could copy Surge of Strength. In fact, Legacy is like the person you would want to copy like 9 times out of 10. So I guess I should start putting out ongoing cards for guys to copy later. Because certainly Thok would benefit more with Surge of Strength. He has his own outro. Perfect. Now, the thing to be careful about, though, is that, oh yeah, I'm that guy. Treat it as if it had the game text of every ongoing card in that player's play area. Well, it can also copy infections. Which means it is possible if you play this when all active heroes are infected, you then play the top card of the villain deck and then you move this card to the villain trash. Which I think doesn't actually happen like that. It actually just destroys the card or discards the card. So you don't really want to copy infection if everyone's infected. So just keep that in mind. Now, Plague Rat isn't going to react when the card gets destroyed because it is not a card named Infection. At the start of that hero's turn, they deal themselves 1 irreducible toxic damage. I don't know if that triggers though, but it certainly can play a villain card without you knowing. We do not have a concept in our trash. We do not have a concept in play to return to hand, so these 2 cards aren't going to do anything. Bright Idea could have me draw a card. Board Now could have me deal damage, but Hedgy Hogs also deals damage, so I'm just going to Hedgy Hogs. And because of Galvanize and by any means, I could still deal damage even if I'm doing 0 damage. I'm not actually going to hit Plague Locust because it's benefiting me. So I could still form the head. I will deal 0 damage increased by 2. So that's fine. Better Punching does not give me a concept. Unstable Midway is... Alright. So what does Unstable Midway do? Deal each target 2 Psychic and 1 Melee, shuffle the Environment Trash into the Environment deck, and play the top card of the Environment deck. If that card is an attraction, destroy this card. You know, when I used to do my weekly one-shot videos, which happened before I started streaming Dolphin's Dive, which I've been doing for a long time at this point, almost 2 years, wow. I actually read out all the environment and villain cards, thinking that people could watch these to see how villains play and how environments play. I have not done it in a long time. In fact, I did it before Villains of the Multiverse was even released, so I never got to read cards like Unstable Midway out loud. Except for when I'm doing it here. Yeah, let's... This will be 2. Yeah, so we'll do that. Ideally, Legacy takes more damage, but... whatever. Deal each target other than the hero with the lowest. The lowest is now Idealist. Is there any way we can actually bounce this around? I think we sort of can. I don't think there's really an incentive to do so, though, other than have Benchmark get beaten up more. Obviously, we want Chrono to take less damage, but... And Vicious Onslaught... Oh, it's not gonna... I thought this was the one that said search for as many infections as targets dealt damage this way, but it's not. But this is a lot of damage. Chrono was spared some. Chrono will not be spared any here. And Benchmark can't even save anyone, so we'll just do it. You really wish you could blame my suspicion and superstition mistake on autocorrect. You know, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Michael Scott. Alright, Hunter and Hunted. Because we're definitely getting a Heroic Interception. This gives me an extra +1. Now, you'll notice that I have not played Eye on the Prize, and I have done that intentionally. Some cards that are cyclic, you kind of play immediately, because it's like, I'm going to play this card because then I can draw a card and I can play a card, but I can also do something else. But Eye on the Prize deals one target, one projectile damage. If I can save this for when I have super damage dealing powers, then I could cycle many 1 damages increased by a bunch. So I'm holding on to this. I'll probably use it next round though, but I could do super damage if we get it set up. All right. So the Legion Core processor only procs at the start of the turn, so it's only useful for getting more hardware out. We are matched on hardware and software, so any software I put out will make us a little more unstable. Plus, bear in mind, Flash Installation Drive also puts the software into the trash, or from play into the trash, or from the trash into play. That's the right order of operations. Put a software from play into the trash. What? So I do want to get a hardware out, I guess. Draw a card, deal damage, draw a card, there's another hardware, discarded something, and now we do have the intervening path, or no, we have the Legion Core processor, so I can use a power at the start of my turn, so getting multi-point HUD triggered early can lead to many damage instances. Okay. If I preemptively high-five Legacy, then he will preemptively copy Heroic Interception, and then everyone's immune to damage. Since Flash Installation, or Intervening Path Calculator is actually not going to trigger until Legacy gets down to 10. So it's probably better to do that then. So currently we have a +1, and then later we'll have a lot of damage immunities, so I want to try to do as much damage as I can. Now, if I do Super Ultra Kawaii, however, I'm not going to have 5 or more cards in my hand, so that's not going to happen ever. And I don't have anything else that will do damage other than, say, Cheese, which, if that target has 5 or fewer HP, which Plague Rat won't, so I'll just do Look What I Found. 6 damage. Increase the next damage by 1, like right now. 5 damage. Alright, and then we've got Selling Out. And now I will heroically intercept. Oh no, I'm immune to damage! Ah! Infrastitious. Microstitious. Alright, better punching, use a power. I'm going to use my power anyway. Bright idea. I do not have a concept in my trash board now. There isn't a concept in hand, so it's Hedgehogs. And I'm still not going to hit the Plague Locust because I'm actually benefiting from things. All right. Oh, hey, look, conceptualized. That's perfect. Unstable midway. Oh, look, it's hitting Plague Rat. Oops. What? 5 damage on the environment turn? Oops. What? We're immune to damage? Oops. That was like the best combo we could have. We have an attraction, so unstable midway gets destroyed. Gone without a trace. So all-seeing Alzarbar, I know how this works. Gone without a trace. If there are more attractions than character cards with 5 or more HP, there are 6 character cards with 5 or more HP, so nothing does damage. If a target is destroyed this way, remove that target and this card from the game. I've not had this happen yet. Generally because I don't have character cards with 5 or fewer HP by the time I get defeat the villain. All-seeing Alzarbar. At the end of each turn, one player may discard 1 card. If they do, they may reveal the top card of a deck. If the revealed card is a one-shot, put into play now. Otherwise, put it back on top of that deck. So I think I want to try. I mean, obviously, Guise is a great candidate for this, but I want to try to get Chrono to reveal one-shots because Chrono is the super damage dealer right now. Guise is second place, honestly. And I'll discard board now because I haven't found a concept yet. I will soon, but not yet. Chrono has an equipment, so sad face. Damage. Oh no, we're all immune to damage. And then afflicted frenzy. Oh no, we're all immune to damage. All right, so now let's have Idealist discard something. I don't think. This is a clear rules abuse. I'm gonna discard Bright Idea. Chrono we know is an equipment, so Guise is an ongoing. Well, this is lame sauce. All right, first thing, Eye on the Prize, because 6 damage. This is why I held on to it because it's 6 damage. Draw a card. That card is, oh my gosh, Temporal Grenade. No way. Now, I could play Kill on Sight to increase my Hunter and Hunted by 1. But I could also play something else. I do not have a bounty in my trash. If I play Just Doing My Job or Bounty Board, I deal 6 damage. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just do my job. I'm going to discard stuff, and I'm going to discard to try to play one-shots with All-Seeing Alzarbar is the goal now. Temporal Grenade. Software in the trash is like the best place for you. You do not need irreducible damage. You do not need Toothox. And I'm going to get rid of Better Punching now. Alright, Just Doing My Job could have been drawn. Danny Boy would have been revealed by All-Seeing Alzarbar. Eye on the Prize is beautiful. Ranger's Mark has Plague Rat on it, so it's beautiful. Displaced Armory is awesome. I will hit Plague Rat. And then for my power, I will hit Plague Rat. See, this is why Chrono's the MVP of this fight. He just did like 30 damage on his turn. And we got another Eye on the Prize. So if we can somehow get Chrono to play cards, that would be sick. Let's have Chrono discard a bounty because we have a Ranger's Mark. Let's reveal Chrono. It's a one-shot, and it's Ranger's Mark! Surprise! That was actually amusing because we discarded the bounty to reveal Ranger's Mark, which put the bounty into play, which is hilarious. Use a power for benchmark. Increase damage by 1. So now Flyby, look at this. Flyby is going to do 5 damage because Galvanize by any means multi-point HUD. Don't damage that. But then I could play my other Flyby and then I could do 5 damage. Actually, Benchmark's going to win the game, so I don't need to worry about anything. Play a card. Put out the hardware that I don't need. draw a card, deal damage, win the game. I kind of like the way the environment faded out at that time. It's kind of fitting when the game ends, when the environment fades out, because it's like, hey, I played the game perfectly. Alright, that was Challenge Plaguerat. In viewer's choice / Lude forgot to say choose hero number 1, so he chose Chrono-Ranger, and then Chrono-Ranger happened to be the best hero in that game. But oh well. You always expect my post one deck dungeon Sentinels to take longer. It's actually 9 o'clock exactly. I mean, it's not really much of a surprise. My one deck dungeon games have been about an hour to an hour and a half. My Sentinels games, I've tended to do 3 games in a stream, so on average that's 40 minutes to a game. So really, like one deck dungeon game and one Sentinels game fills out 2 hours on average. So it works out really well to do it like this. Certainly things will change once Aeon's End is released, or in early access, or however Handelabra does it, because I will certainly be playing that game. I still haven't played it. I have not played the demo, and I own it physically, but I haven't looked into it yet. And I was planning on looking at it during my break, but my break is unfortunately ending, so I might not get much of a chance to look too much into it. But I will certainly be doing Aeon's End on stream at some point, and if I do that, it's going to be difficult to balance those 3 games. But at the very least, for the foreseeable future, I will be sticking with the schedule of a one-deck dungeon game followed by a Sentinels game. And if I end up getting bored of one-deck dungeon, I'll just do a Sentinels stream, or if I get bored of Sentinels, I could do a one-deck dungeon stream. I'm now versatile! It's amazing! Anyway, speaking of break ending, I talked about this in the Handelabra live streams, I believe, and I also think I brought it up this past Tuesday on that stream, and I've certainly talked about it on my own stream as well. But next week, as in next week, the week after next, not this week, but the week that comes after it, January 17th, I'm not doing my Thursday night's Dolphin Dive. That's not happening anymore. It is now Friday night. And I know that we had just almost recently changed it, like we changed it in like October for various reasons that didn't end up panning out anyway, but it's going back to Friday night because I am teaching Thursday evenings. In fact, I'm teaching most evenings, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evenings I'm teaching, so I won't be around for On Deck or Handelabra Live for the spring semester, but Dolphin's Dive will be on Fridays at 7 p.m. Dolphin's Dive started on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And then I think at one point, over the spring semester last year, we moved it to 6 p.m. because I had to wake up super early because my first class met at 8 a.m., which meant I had to wake up at like 6:30. That's not the case this semester, although my class does start at 9, but it's okay. I can deal with this. But then over the summer, we moved it to Friday because I was teaching a Thursday evening class. And then I just left it on Friday because there was no reason to move it. And then there was a personal reason to move it to Thursday, but the personal reason didn't actually happen. So it was moved to Thursday for the rest of the fall semester, and now we're moving it back to Friday for the spring semester. And if it needs to change in the future, we'll change it then. But Friday nights I kind of like better because I don't really do anything anyway. So it's not like Friday nights, oh no, I can't go out with friends on Friday night. And it's at least, it's the end of the week, it's the start of the weekend, so it's a nice place, a nice time to do it. But yes, so long-winded story. Dolphin's Dive next week, and for the rest of the spring semester, at the very least, will be Friday at 7 p.m. The other streams on this channel, On Deck with Pirate Savvy and Dover, is on Monday at 7 p.m. Handelabra Live with John and Half the Time Jeremy is Tuesday at 7 p.m. And Tales from the Archive with Another Letdown, normally Sunday at 7 p.m., but as he came into this chat and mentioned, it is this week, Saturday at 7 p.m., so 2 days from now is the Another Letdown stream. And he said he's going to do that again sometime later this month, but for more details, you should probably listen to his own stream. If you enjoyed watching this stream, but you don't know what One Deck Dungeon and or Sentinels of the Multiverse are, you should check them out. They are amazingly fun games. You can get them through Steam. You can get them through iOS and Android devices. Sentinels is available on mobile phones, but One Deck Dungeon is not currently. I hope it will be someday, because it would be a great game to play on the toilet. But at the very least, you can get them on tablets for surezies. And if you want to know exactly what their prices are, you can look at their respective stores. You can also go to Handelabra.com, because they will list their prices and where you can find them, and etc., etc., etc. There's also Bottom of the Ninth, which is Handelabra's second game. Sentinels was first, Bottom of the Ninth was second, and One Deck Dungeon was third. The fourth game, which is Aeon's End, which we talked about a little moment ago, is it's past the Kickstarter, but it is on BackerKit. You can pre-order it through there, and pre-orders that you pledge towards the stretch goals there can help us get expansion content guaranteed. I think the more important thing, though, is the crossover event where we get a new One Deck Dungeon character, and the mage in One Deck Dungeon also crosses over into Aeon's End and becomes a playable character there. So if we can meet those goals, we'll have extra things across the games, and that'll be fun and exciting. I think also Night Mist, I don't know if Night Mist's goal was met or if it's still open, but that's another crossover between Sentinels and Aeon's End. I love crossovers because it's fun to see characters in one game in a different place and see how they work. Alright, so that's about it. I think that's all I really have to say. But enjoy your rest of the week. Enjoy your Thursday night. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your Tuesday. Enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy your Thursday. And then I'll see you Friday. But let's go ahead and put up play rap music as I tend to. Have a good night, everyone. Drive safe.